everybody. My name is Nick, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Nick Drives a Tesla. Today, I'm going to be talking about my 2022 Tesla Model X. This is my second Tesla that I've owned. I owned a 2018, so I'll kind of be talking about it from a new Tesla owner's perspective and somebody that's already owned one. Just going to kind of go through the interior, exterior, a little bit of the charging, and just some of the basics of owning a Tesla Model X. So this is the 2022 Tesla Model X. It just came out pretty recently, maybe about 6 months ago. There was a huge waiting list and all that good stuff to get one. So mine came about 8-9 months late, but it did finally arrive. And I traded in my 2018 Tesla Model X. So it's safe to say that I am enjoying my Teslas and I am happy to own another one. The first thing I kind of want to talk about what they did differently on this model compared to the last model is the exterior. They kind of blacked everything out. There used to be, that's one way you can tell the difference. The last model had a whole bunch of chrome accents. This model, they went all black on everything. Door handles, trim. Of course, the rims is the package that I got. I got the black rims, but they made the exterior look a little more aggressive. You can even see they added a little more of aggressive front lip. So I really do like the looks of the new Model X compared to the last one. Of course, one of the big things, you'll see this doors open as I get close, is the Falcon Wing doors. That's probably one of the biggest selling points on this car. And let me tell you, they are extremely convenient. It's not just a ploy. For loading, if you have kids, it's really great for loading kids. You can see they open really close to the car, so you don't have to worry about it banging other cars next to you. They do have sensors too, so if there is another car parked too close, it will not open the door all the way. It will just stop. So as you can see, it's straight right through there. One question I get asked a lot, is there enough space, trunk space, if you have a family? And the answer is yes. You come back here. So I don't know if you can tell, this is a nice roomy area. You can fit 2 strollers in this area easily. And then these also go completely down, I should say. And you do have a piece that I did not bring with me that goes right here that can make this one flat surface. So you have all this area for a trunk, which is big. And then don't forget, it's a Tesla, so there's no engine. So you also get a frunk. Yes, that's what they're called. And that's pretty roomy. Definitely fit all your groceries in there. That's where they give you your extra charging connectors and all that good stuff. But there's plenty of room in the front too. So the Falcon Wing doors are for the rear doors only. And the front doors just open regularly. You just push the button. It's not a big deal. So again, you can shut these doors by pushing up here. There's a way to push them over here. You can shut these doors multiple ways. Let's get a little bit inside the interior here. I got the 6-seat interior. That was an extra option you had to add in. You could add 7 seats. They'll add one more right here in the middle, but I decided 6 was enough for us. This has plenty of room to kind of walk through, get right through to the back here. There is these 2 rear seats. A smaller person or a child can easily fit back here. Plenty of room back there. You can see there's 2 USB ports right there, USB-C to be exact. You have your coasters right there, your cup holders, I should say. Push this to go right back. In regards to the white seats, I get a lot of questions on those also. How are you able to keep white seats with kids? They're actually really easy to wipe down. They are not leather. It is like the synthetic leather that they have that's supposed to be easily wiped down, and it is. They've definitely upgraded it from the leather last year, or the seats last year. They have a texture to them which feels nice, and really, if you get them dirty, just a little warm water and wipes it right off. So the white seats actually stay pretty clean. I know this is only 3 months old, but I did have my 2018 for 4 years, and the white seats stayed really clean. So guys, I'm now sitting in the back seat, the second row seats. You can see the last row is here behind me, and the front seats are obviously right there. Just wanted to show you they added this rear screen. This was not here last year. You have all these certain channels for your kid to watch: Netflix, Disney, Hulu, YouTube, and Twitch. If you just want your Air, you can just switch to your Air over there. Pretty cool. I mean, it's still a little glitchy. It's a pain. You have to add your password every time, and it's not easy to type on this little thing to add your username and password. But once it's set up, it works great. The kid can sit over here and watch it. By the way, I get a lot of questions on what this car seat is because it matches with the white, and it's called the Kleck Fünf car seat. I will link it below in the description, so just in case you like the white on white. And that's the rear seat. So let's go to the front. Now we're sitting in the front seat, and let's talk about one of the biggest changes of this year's model and in general is the steering wheel. So I heard now you can order a regular steering wheel if you don't like this one. This, I call it the half steering wheel. This takes a lot of getting used to, not so much with the driving. That's not that big of a deal, but with the controls. One thing you're going to have to kind of realize with the Tesla, it's literally completely digital. I mean, there's maybe one or two actual buttons in the entire car. You know, here's one, here's one. I mean, there's not any switches, no physical buttons, no signals. Your signals are right here, they're buttons. And that takes some getting used to. I always switch these around sometimes. If I'm switching in and out of lanes or something, I'll hit the wrong one by mistake. Your horn is now here. It is not, nothing happens here. Your speakers, anyway, so everything is right here, and it definitely takes some getting used to driving with this half steering wheel. The other thing, if you're a first time Model X owner, is this big panoramic windshield. It does take getting some used to. When I first got a Tesla, I found myself a little dizzy when I was driving it. The sun, especially in Florida, it beats down through here. It's awesome though. I mean, this windshield's incredible. You can see everything. It really gives you that space age feeling of driving a spaceship. You kind of do feel like that. And that's one thing I wanted to add. And when I had my 2018, I had that initial feeling of, wow, this is something really different and fun and, technologically advanced at the time. And that wore off after 3 or 4 years of owning it a little bit. But now with this new model, it's kind of brought it all back. Another item we could talk about is the touchscreen. This is the first model that they got rid of the vertical uh, touchscreen that they used to have and now went to the horizontal that you're seeing in all the Teslas. This is so much better than the previous one. First of all, the looks of it, you can tell it's a much better quality screen. My screens were getting so sluggish in the 2018, but this thing, it's, you have all your controls right here. You can see Sentry mode, lock, wipers. You open your glove box. Yep, that's it. That's all you have on your glove box. Then you have your maps, your music. You have your toy box here. Let me see here. You can play your toys and games and all this fun stuff. There's a calendar. It uploads your calendar. So when I come in the car every morning, my calendar's right there. A lot of cool features. You have your rear cameras and your other cameras around the car. So a lot of cool features with this dashboard. They did a great job with that. The interior is great. I like it. I think it's a good quality feeling. You got your two cup holders here. You got plenty of storage space here. This I will go over right here because that's another big change that Tesla had. Some more storage space in there. I showed you that glove box. So this is now where you start your car. These are wireless chargers. So you have two wireless chargers for your phones right here. And they give you two of these cards when you buy your Tesla. You do not get a key. You can buy a key, but I set up my phone, so I use my phone as a key. I literally just keep my phone in my pocket, and when I come near my Tesla, it opens up and gets ready to go, and I can just drive it. Or you take this key if you want to let your wife drive it, or you're at the valet or something. You're not going to give your phone, obviously. You put it right here, and when you do that, that's how you drive the car. The car is not ready to drive. So when you take this off, it is not ready to drive. So these are key cards, and they give you two of these. So that's a new experience too. To open and close the car with the key cards. Let's say let's say you don't have your phone with you. You just bring it right here, and that's a sensor right there. It just locked my car. So now I'm going to put it right here again. It unlocks it. So there's a sensor right there. Come in the car, step on this just to get this to shut automatically. You don't have to use any hands. Put the key card there, and you're now good to drive. So key cards are a little bit of a different learning experience as well, but they're pretty functional, pretty easy. You can assign them here to different names or different people so you can keep track of them. I gave one to my wife. I put her name on it, and so that's hers, and she always has it. So that's really it in regards to the key cards. Let's talk about driving the Tesla a little bit because that's a different experience as well. Obviously, there's no engine, no gas, no oil. You don't have to take your car for oil changes or for service. Another thing you don't have to do is get brakes until like 100,000 miles because this thing has something called regenerative brakes, which you just let go of the acceleration like I'm going to do now. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can with it. It just shut. My foot's not on the brake at all, so it slows down the car to pretty much zero without using the brake, just by almost like a golf cart, just by releasing your foot from the acceleration. So your brakes last almost 100,000 miles. The car is extremely quiet. It does sound a little bit like a spaceship when it's taken off. It has a different sound to it. Um, and again, the steering wheel takes a little getting used to, but it's pretty easy once you do. And the pickup is ridiculous. Don't even have to go there. It has very fast acceleration and everything else you could hope for. One of the biggest fears in driving a Tesla, my biggest fear when I got my first one was charging and am I going to run out of electricity or run out of power and be stuck on the side of the road? And what are all these fancy charts? And they always, I don't want to have to deal with that. And the good news is you don't have to. This is just something I pulled up just so you could see some of the energy consumption. Now, if you look over here, you'll see the mileage, and that's literally what I have. So I have 220 miles remaining on this charge. I have 340 miles total on this vehicle, so I can charge this up to 340 miles. 220 miles is not bad at all. My last Tesla Model X, it would charge up to 230 miles total. And so this one now is up to 340. So they've increased the battery life tremendously on these. Let me show you how to charge it. Really easy. Now, you don't have to have one of these installed at the house. Excuse my messy garage. But we did. This is a 240 volt power. It cost me about $300-400 to have it installed. And I just got a little shock. That was interesting. So that's the charger right there. I had this put in, and I'm glad I did because now every night when I get home, I just literally, you can push the sensor button and it should open. Of course, it's not. Sometimes just do it like that and give a little charge. And that's all you're doing to it. It'll charge it every night. So I charge mine every single night. There are those supercharging stations you see all over the place. You can go and that charges things so much faster than this. This will give you about 20 miles in an hour. So this is just for like overnight charging. You want to get 150 miles in there, you charge it overnight, you're good to go. Those supercharging stations can give you 400-500 miles in an hour. So you go there, you can get your whole car charged in 20 minutes, grab a bite to eat at the Wawa or Chick-fil-A that's always right next door, and you're good to go. So another thing that's nice and easy about driving a Tesla is when you go to your maps. How do I get rid of this? So on your maps, if you choose a destination that's farther than your battery has, it will reroute you on your destination in your navigation to go to a supercharger. So if I'm going to drive to Miami and I can't get there, I live in Tampa. That's about a 4-hour, 5-hour drive, and I don't think I can get there in one charge. I just literally enter my destination of Miami, and it'll give me a route where I stop at a supercharger. It'll tell me how much battery I have left. You don't have to worry about anything. It literally does it all itself. So you got to get over the fear of the charging of it. My wife still is not completely fond on charging it using versus using gas, but it takes a little getting used to. But once now I've gotten used to it, it's really not bad at all. So I do suggest getting that 240 power put into your house just so you can always have a charger handy and nearby if you ever need one. So it's always good to go. And that's about it with the charging. It's really nothing to be nervous about. I charge my car every morning and I don't worry about it. I don't charge it fully. I charge it about halfway for 170 miles. That's enough usually for my daily driving. and then the next day I do it again, or the next night I do it again. So not too bad at all. So, guys, that's my basic review of the 2022 Tesla Model X. I do recommend a Tesla Model X if you have a family, kind of need an SUV. You have a lot of people that drive with you all the time. Um, it's great. It's my second one. I'm happy with it. There are some issues with owning a Tesla. Gets a little glitchy at the beginning. Service is a little bit of an issue. My nearest service center is about 45 minutes away. They never have cars to give out, so they always give out Uber vouchers. So you don't really get a service car, you get an Uber voucher to drive back or to get back to your destination. So there are some issues that Tesla has, but overall, I think it's a great car. I think you'll be happy with it for your family. Feel free to ask any questions. I appreciate you watching this video. Maybe I'll give a more in-depth video soon with some more information. Feel free to ask me anything in the comments. Please like and subscribe my channel. I'm going to be trying to do more content like this. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, guys. You have a great one.